Hey everyone, this is Kushagra Gaur. I welcome you all to Saturday Night Live. Hello. Please let me know here in the chat if you are here. We'll wait for a few more minutes for everyone to join and then we'll start the fun. So I mentioned in the Discord channel, we'll be doing versus battles like last few times we have been doing versus one-on-ones, and we'll do a daily target. We'll try to reverse engineer one of the top solutions. And there's a special feature launch on today's stream, a feature that's been added to the versus battle. I'll show that. By the way, I noticed in one of my last streams when I was seeing the playback, there seems to be no background music behind what I'm saying. Let me know if you can hear any sort of music behind what I'm saying in the stream. Let's wait a few more minutes, one or two. I don't see anyone on the stream. So probably we can start with the daily target. And then if anyone joins and wants to do a versus one-on-one, we can do a versus battle. Cool. Okay, let's see which daily target to solve today. Not actually solve, reverse engineer. How about the one from yesterday? That is simple enough, and I guess it had quite some variety in the top solutions. We could do the one from June 15th as well. That is also a nice one. Which one should we do? June 15th or June 20th? This one or this one? How do we decide? Okay, let's do one thing. If in the top solutions, if like whichever daily target has more variance in the score, we'll do that one. Cool. Okay, let's see this one. Top solutions here. 97, 100, 105. Okay, around 3, 5. That's the variance. There's the difference in this correct account. And if we look at this one, 95, 99, 4. The third one is exactly same 99. Okay, I think let's do the previous one. That has more variance. Just adjust my camera. Is this good? Cool. All right, so folks, we are doing the daily target from June 15th. Also, let me know if you are here. Let me know in the chat if everything is visible, clear, and if I'm audible fine. Cool. All right. So how do we do this one with a trivial, straightforward approach? Okay, I see some linear gradients probably. This center thing, this could be one box. Hey Chris, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here again. So we are doing the daily target first today since no one was here on the stream. Probably we can do verses at the end today. And also the small feature launch. Okay, so this center thing could be one box which has linear gradient starting from top or bottom, doesn't matter, it's symmetrical. So let's say you start from the top, you have this green thing, then the blue, the green, blue, green. A few hard stops, hard color stops, and this would create the center part. And then the small boxes that we need. So of course, like blue would be the background of the root canvas, and then we need these green squares. These could be gradient as well. So let's say if we put a gradient on the HTML tag, which is blue, green, blue, green, blue, and then the body is overlaid over HTML. So it would hide the center stuff and show instead over the HTML. So yeah, two gradients, one on the HTML, one on the body. Both are exactly same. Like the position of the hard stops would be same, the color stops, just the color would be exactly opposite. So HTML would be blue, starting with blue, body would be green, and then they'll alternate. So I think that would be a pretty neat solution. Should be small enough. Could do some hacks with variables as well, where you have the same gradient on both the tags, but the variables switch for the element for the different element. Yeah, that is what I would go with. Other than that, I think all other solutions would require a lot of divs to be created and position them. So another straightforward thing could be you create this as a rectangle, then this as a rectangle. So you have a blue canvas, and then you put these green rectangles, position them, and size them accordingly. So that is those are the two simple, straightforward solutions we could go with. Let's see what the top solution is. So this is by Henrik. It is 97 characters short. And then the next best, as we saw, was 100, and then it's 105. Three people have 106, and then it's 107. Yeah, good variance. Sasha Adams, seen for the first time. Nice, good to see you in the top 10. Some new players here, Matthias. Nice. Cool. Let's load Henrik's solution and see what's happening there. Ouch, still don't have a plugin to unminify. Sorry, folks. You'll have to see me doing this manually today as well. Yeah, I think that is it. Let's close this up. Yeah. And this is this is one of the top solutions with the least amount of declarations that we have seen on the stream. This is just two declarations. And like visually it's just one. So just a background, a single background getting applied, a complex one though, and there's just a margin to size things. That's it. One visual, one what do you call, layout declaration. Hey Sid, yeah, thank you for making it. Glad to see you on the stream. Cool, you're listening. Okay. Yeah, probably like when we reach to the end of the stream where we do the versus battles, hopefully you can join and we can do one or two battles. Cool. Okay, this would be interesting to figure out. Let's see what's happening. So a few things. We don't have any HTML tags here, so the default ones we get is HTML and body. And if you want to see where they are, let's hide these first of all. Put in a red outline on both, and then you can see the default thing. We have everything hidden, so that's the default thing we get. The HTML um, has a red outline, but because it shows outside the element, the red outline for the HTML tag goes outside the viewport and doesn't show. The body's outline you can see here, which is I was scrolled. Yeah, the body's outline shows here, which is at 8 pixel offset from the HTML. So that's what we have by default. Let's start with the margin today. It's simple enough and easy to understand. What it does is, first of all, it gets applied on just the nested selector. So we have star inside star, which means nested, an element which is nested inside something. And among between HTML and body, it's just body, right? Which is the only nested element. So this being basically applies to body and sets a margin of 50 on top and bottom. So that means we shrink the body vertically a bit and nothing on the left and right sides. So that means it resets the 8 pixel that was there by default. So that is what we have, which makes a body look something like this, right? Just a vertically shrunk body. Cool. And then let's try to decode the only other declaration, which is the background, which if we uncomment, of course, creates a target. Let's see how. Okay, so this applies to star. It is this inside this, right? Let me just, yeah, let's keep it body only for making it more clear to read. Okay, so the background applies to star, which means HTML and body both. Let's try to have it just for one element so that we figure out what's happening. Let's make HTML have a background color. Let's put it white, probably. Yeah, that's simple. Okay, so HTML now has like both have a background white, but body has been overridden. Sorry. Yeah, the body has overridden its background, so this just gets applied to the HTML tag. Okay, so HTML is white, body has been shrunk to this, and then it has a complex background which we want to figure out. Okay, let me make this a little more readable as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is what we have. Let's fire up our inspector, which will help us figure out what's happening. Okay, let's inspect the body. So background here is shorthand for a lot of stuff, a few properties, sub-properties of background, right? So this is a background on the body, which we have just on the body. And if we uncollapse this, we'll see that our shorthand is basically a background image of conic gradient type. Then there is a position being set, which is 42Q and 0. So the first pair of numbers that we see, those are the positions of the background. 42QX applies on the X and 0 on the Y. So that's the first pair. And then you can use the slash to separate the background size, I believe. Yeah. So 160% and 40% become the background size, width and height, right? The first number of width and second number height. So that's the size, and the other remaining stuff is the background image like we saw. So that's there. What we can do to actually visualize what is the background being repeated here is we could reset the background image, just the background image probably. If we set it to linear gradient, yeah, it can't be a solid. Can it be a solid? No, background image can't be color value. So we need something. We could create so we could put yellow here, but we won't be able to see what is getting repeated if we put it as a solid color. So a better idea is to have a gradient, let's say, which goes to 50% and then something like this. Yeah. Okay. Again, like not very clear what's getting repeated because it's sort of like tiled very well, so we won't be able to figure out what's repeating. Now, what if we make this a little slanted? Okay, that gives us a little bit idea about what's getting repeated. So if we see this part, right, this rectangle here, it has a slanted linear gradient of yellow to red, right? So yellow and then red at 10 degrees. And this is exactly repeated here and then repeating one more time here, which is not fitted completely inside the background. Okay. But then what is this red area here? Is it because of the background position? Let's try to tweak the position. So it is 42Q right now. If we make it 0, yeah, that makes sense. So without any position, we have this rectangle sort of background image created, which repeats. And this background image right now it's positioned at 0, 0. And it has a fixed size, right? Because we have a size given here, which is 160%, which means it expands sort of like more than the element. So this is on the body. So body is like this wide, but so this is 100% body width, and the background image is 160. So it's it's more than the width of the body, somewhere around here, right? That's why you see this yellow thing. It's not like straight away ending here. It's reaching somewhere here, right? So that's the gradient created on like that's the background image created, right? More than the body width. Okay, so this rectangle is offset at 42Q, right? So that's why like the whole rectangle gets shifted. Again, it's repeating in all the directions. It's repeating in Y direction. It's repeating, it must be repeating in X direction as well. But you don't see the yellow stuff here. Why don't we see the yellow stuff if it's repeating? But what if like we can verify if it's repeating or not? So if we keep offsetting it, wait, like if we offset the background position, the repetitions should also offset, right? Let's see. So this is 42Q. Let's make it more, a little more. Yeah, you can see. So that is why like we were seeing red because um the yellow gradient, this particular part where let me offset it a little more. Yeah. So this yellow part, it doesn't like exactly reaches the bottom right corner of the background image that is being created. It sort of ends before the um, before the whole width. It sort of ends here. So that's the background. In fact, like let's do one thing. If we shorten the background a little more, we should get some idea. So this is 0 and this is 160%, right? So this is now 100%. So right now the background image is exactly the width of body. Starts here, ends here, and you can see the yellow point that is being created because of the gradient. That is not exactly where the element ends. It goes beyond somewhere, right? One second. That's the opposite of what we expected. Um, okay, so this is the background size 160%. How do we see it within the body tag? What if I make it 90%? Okay, it would depend on the background size itself. We can't just like shrink the body to 100% and see the same effect because it depends on the size. So again, okay, coming back to our, we were trying to verify. Okay, so this is the background image, like starts something like this, ends something like this, right? And it's being repeated. So because of the offset, the back repetition is starting to creep in from the left, and that's what you see here. Cool. So that offset basically offsets the image such that we see this red empty part just before the gradient, right? So that amount of X offset, and we have something like this. Cool. Okay. Uh, One second. Sorry. I was trying to debug my background image. That was just for understanding purposes. It is not part of the solution. Damn, I forgot that. Sorry. Okay, so we can forget about like the yellow part and the red part and all those things. Basically, what we are trying to understand is the background images more than the body width. First of all, it's 160% and somewhere around here probably. And then this is the amount of X offset that is there in the background, right? I'm sorry again. I was trying to debug the debug code. Okay, so that's the offset, that's the background, and let's see what happens without. this background image. Okay. If we try to apply the same thing, the background size is like this much, like it's uh, this long height-wise, and then goes 160% till here, and it's offset by 42 cube, which is exactly this amount, I believe, right? Yeah, it's exactly, you see. So the red strip that you see here, that showed up because of the offset, that's where you see this stuff. These coming in from the left because of the repeating background image. Okay, so if we remove the offset, we should get something like this. Now, how is this being created? It's a conic gradient, first of all. So just to reiterate, we have seen this in one of the previous top solutions in past streams, but just for some revision, this is what a conic gradient looks like, and this is what a conic gradient with a hard stop looks like, right? You can define hard stops and then a center where you can then rotate a color, whatever amount, whatever angle you want to have a particular color, you can keep that, and then you can do that around the center 360 degrees, right? So that is what a conic gradient can do with a hard stop, and that is what this is doing. So if you see um, the center of this conic gradient, it's not exactly at the center of the background image, it's somewhere here, right? The gradient is pretty clear, that's pretty obvious. It starts with something like blue, then goes to green, then blue and green, right? It starts with this thing, which is blue up till 25%. Yeah, so this is 90 degree, right? 90 degree of blue, 90 degrees, 25% of the whole circle. So 25% of blue, 25% angle is blue. Then it switches to green. What does this mean? 0, 50%. Yeah, let's try to play with this. So this is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What is this exactly? Hey Karthikeyan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. We are doing a daily target. We're trying to reverse engineer the top solution by Henrik. It's a fun target, fun and really amazing solution. Just two declarations. We're trying to figure out the background here. Birol BG. Hey, howdy. How are you? Thanks for dropping by on the stream. I solved this one. Nice. Great. What correct account did you solve it in? Did you do you usually golf? Do you usually try to get just like 100%? How do you do it? I hope I spelled your name correctly. Birol BG. It was like one. Birol. Okay. So we're trying to figure out this one. I'm not sure what this means. 25% is the percentage of this color, like in terms of angle. Karthikeyan, I have doubt. Why is it important to do the daily target with minimum lines? It is not. It's not important to do the daily target with minimum lines. In fact, it's not about lines at all. So the whole idea about getting a score on CSSBattle is you first try to get 200% match, and then you try to minimize the number of characters in your solution. The first is, of course, the part where you like just create the target exactly like how it looks with CSS. That's where you learn CSS about the properties, different approaches, and all those things. And then the other part of getting a better score is called code golfing, where you try to reduce the characters in your code. You try different approaches which have lesser character, which require lesser character. You have all sort of hacks in the language, in the parser, and all like the browser, and so on. So yeah, like if you wanna get more score, code golfing is required, but it's not required for playing the daily targets. You can just like get 100% and be done with it, right? Totally fine. Without cheating, 332 characters, B-roll, nice. I'm not sure what do you mean without cheating though. How do you cheat in daily targets? Okay, so 25% of blue that starts from here goes till here. Then you have green color, which sort of ends here. Why does it end? 30, 40. What is this doing? Okay. Uh, if anyone of you has an idea what exactly the 0 50% do here, please let me know in the chat. Let's learn together. That's the whole idea. Okay, Beryl says I don't generally try to minimize the lines. Sometimes I do that, but generally I try to do code that would be acceptable in a code review. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, just for the fun, get 100%. Making lint and style lint go crazy. Okay, or you're calling code golfing cheating. Okay, that's the other name of code golfing for you. It's not cheating. It's just a gameplay. Okay, let's try to see here. What does that mean? So that's one of the syntaxes where you can define the starting angle and the center point as well, and then the color stops. Otherwise, it doesn't show any syntax where you can define the color stop angles. Seems incomplete. Those are the color hints, but I wasn't sure why to put an ending color hints on the last color. Color hint, okay. An interpolation hint defining how the gradient progresses between adjacent color stops. The length defines at which point between two color stops the gradient color should reach the midpoint of the color transition. Okay, that doesn't seem like a simple sentence to understand. I think Seth has some idea. Should be an example for the color hint, I believe. Again, I think probably that's the only um, tricky piece in the solution. If you're able to figure that out, we should be done with the solution. So let's spend some time there. So does the gradient repeat at 50% now with that? I'm not sure, Seth. What do you mean here? I mean, this is what the default thing was in the solution. There are two things. What does this thing do? What is this pair? And then why is the center here? Why is it not in the center? I mean, the center of the circle of the conic gradient, why is it not in the center? of the background image. So let's try uh, some examples here so that we can understand what's happening. Yeah, let's replace this one. Oops. Background image. This didn't do anything. What happened? Is it wrong? Since the last color ends at 50%, with the last color, does it go back to the first color again and repeat the gradient? Can we change that number and see what happens? Yeah, I tried changing. Um, again, doesn't make sense about how it's affecting. So this is with 0%. Again, I'm not sure why. We start with blue, it goes up to 25%. Then we should switch to green, adds, I mean, is it the color stop for this color? Probably not. It's the color hint for this color. So anyways, this is what it is at 0%. If we increment it at 10, it doesn't do anything. No change here. This is at 20. 30, it starts to show something. Okay, I guess probably because it's more than 25%. I guess. This is at 25. Yeah, so that's why. Um, so it's somehow related to the color stop for the first color, but then change the width to 100%, and I think it will go to the middle. Ouch. How did I forget that? Okay, folks, so the image is not 100% the body width, right? It's 160%, and so it's the conic gradient is at the center, but the image is too long, shooting out of the viewport, so that's why it doesn't show up in the center to us. That was the whole reason. Thank you, Sid. Yeah, now it's clear. I completed this target with a grid. It was easier. Yeah, I forgot about the grid. That's a nice approach. Okay. Is wide is the center of the wedge in the. I missed a bit since I was on call with a customer. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, it's okay. Um, yeah, okay. So seems like this is the color stop for the green color. So 25% is where blue ends, and then 29 is probably where green should end, and that's like 4% angle given for the green color. Again, not sure what 0 means. So we start with blue, then it's green till 29%, and then it's blue again. So is it okay? It's repeating conic gradient. That means it would like keep repeating along the 360 circle. I wanted to try this out. Okay, I get it. Okay. So now it means like the green is it takes up 50% of the circle, and that's the last color stop that we defined. So that means the conic gradient would repeat, and so it starts with blue again and then green. So that's why that's how we get this thing. So the blue and green is the only thing that this gradient defines, and because it's repeating, it starts with blue and green again. So in a sense, like it's blue, green, and because they are just like four, it sort of creates this alternating pattern where it's blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. That's how you get this. And it's a conic gradient clipped inside a rectangle, and that's how we get this. Green box, red box, green box, blue box. Sorry, not red, blue box. There are three greens at close to 30%, so it is repeating at the end of the color hint. Three greens at close to 30%. Okay, you mean like in the last number that I had? Let's do one thing. 35%, 29% are those sides that need to be with the color. Is that how grading works? Yeah, I'm also trying to figure out the color hint part. I've not I've not used that personally while creating a conic gradient. I don't even see an example in the documentation. Oh yeah, here's the formal syntax. Is there anything about the color hint and interpolation hint defining how the gradient progresses between edges and cursor? At which point between the two colors stops, the gradient color should reach the midpoint. The midpoint of the coordination, the midpoint between the two colors. The definition is the only thing that is there. There's no example. Unfortunately, is this a color hint? Okay, let's try this thing. What does this mean? Let's do it on the body. Okay, so this is what we get. Wow, what is the red stuff in between? Let's make them nice colors. There's yellow and then there is green. What? What is this? Okay, that doesn't make sense. That's weird. Why is red not showing as red? It shows as brown. So red 40 grad. That's the what is grad now? Is it radian? I've seen rad. What is grad? If anyone has an idea about color hints, let me know, folks. My camera has fallen. Yeah, should be good now. Okay. Something new. What's the grad unit? Have you used it? Anyone? Yeah, this is taking longer to figure out. But yes, so that's the last part of the whole puzzle. Let's try to understand. It's fine, like we can understand the rad part later. Probably make it degree. That should still give us some idea. Red transparent. Okay, so red is the only color now, but still it doesn't show completely red for some reason. Something fishy happening. How does black show? It shows up as gray. Back 40°. What if we don't give anything here? Weird. What if we remove this one? So now these are pure color stops, right? Should have worked. What is that black thing in the center? What is this? Any idea, anyone? What's happening here? This shouldn't make any difference. I think I need to do some reading on the color stops, the syntax for the color stops. I'm not sure I understand them correctly. The first color hint is where the color change should be full opacity, and the second one is where that should end. Okay. I think I get some idea from that. You have an extra comma in there. Ouch. Probably some lag between the comments and the stream. Okay, let's try to figure out from this one. It starts from 40°. Why is it showing this way? Oh, probably okay. The body is not full height in here inside WebMaker. As you get it in CSSBattle preview, you get the body as full height of the viewport by default because of the quirk mode. There's no document type there, so that's why. But not here inside WebMaker. Okay, now the body is full height, same as the viewport, and we have a conic gradient starting from 70°. So this is where it starts. It starts with F, and then it's black. Since there is no color stop, it starts with white, ends with black, and then everything in between is a gradient, right? What if we tell F to end at 50%? Right, so it's F till 50%, which is like 180°. So here, and then 180° ends here. So it's white till here, and then it's a gradient starting from there. What if we tell black to be okay? So 0 would mean a color, it would mean a hard stop. That means like wherever white ends. 0 is a hacky syntax. It's a shorthand of saying that the white ends here, the black starts here. Instead, you can say black starts from all the way 0, and because you won't see anything up till where the first color ends, even a 0 would mean like you start seeing black from here itself, right? So saying 0 is basically wherever white ends, start showing from there, right? So this is what this is. Um, the first value after the color is basically the color stop. But you can give a pair of numbers after a color, which becomes the color hint. And yeah, we wanted to try out the color hint example. I don't understand this part. Like, you give a color and then you give a color stop, and then this is just a color stop without any color. Does that mean it picks the previous color? Is that how it works? We can check here probably. So this is 5 up till 50%. What if we say just 80%? And that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think it picks the previous color. Why do we even have the syntax? I mean, I could have, so if I omit the color here, it's the same thing. But this I could have done with saying 60% in the first color stop as well. Yeah, it gives me the same thing. Why would I do that? Anyways, that's what it means. So this is basically red going up till 40 radians. I suppose rad is rad. And then it's again red till 80. And then it's blue at 360 at the end. With the midpoint between the colors being the halfway point between the color transition. You can move this color transition midpoint to any point between the two color stops by adding a color hint indicating where the middle of the color transition should be. Okay. Okay, I get it. Something that you see in softwares like Figma and all, where you can change the point of gradient. Like it's in the center by default. When you have two colors, the gradient center is at the center of the colors, but then you can move it um, near the first color or near the second color, and that changes how the gradient renders altogether. The following is a solid red from the start to the 10% mark. How is 40 radian 10%? Okay, yeah, okay. 40 by 360. That's not 10%. Starts to the 10% mark, transitions from start to 10%. How is it 10%? Let's try this one. What does it do? Okay, it's a red that starts here. That's the default 0 degree. Goes till 40. And then it's again goes till 80 because it's no color here, so it's red. Oh, it's not actually. Yeah, it's different. So red at 40, and there is no color, which is 80. And then blue. So blue at 360, that makes sense. But what's the color here? Is it blue? It's not even blue. That's different. And this is different. Okay, weird. What if we give a color here? Let's give yellow. It's red, starts red, goes till 40. Let's make it degree as well, so it's more easily readable. That surely changes stuff a little bit. But now we have an idea. Let's make it more easy to understand numbers. So this is 90 degree. Let's make it 110. And then blue 60. So this is the blue hard stop. Red goes till 90. So you can see red till 90. And then yellow is 110. So the red transitions from 90 up till here. It's this red to yellow transition. And then from here to here, it's yellow to blue transition. Right? And what if we omit yellow altogether? then it's red till 90, and then it's 110 without a color, which is not the same as saying this. Red at 90 and then transitioning to blue. But this is like somewhat saying, okay, let's see what it says. The following solid red is solid red from the start to the 10% mark. Okay, let's ignore the 10%, but yeah, still somewhere it's red. Transitions from red to blue over 80% of the turn. Okay, so this is sort of the hint. Are you trying to achieve this background repeating editing? I'm not sure what exactly this does, but for now, like I'm trying to understand this part of the solution. What exactly does this mean? We start with blue. This is the blue. It goes up till 25%. So here starts, then like it changes to green, which goes 50%. It should go 50% more, but like how is that achieved from this syntax by saying 0, 50%? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, where were we? Yeah. It starts with red till 10% mark, transitions from red to blue over 80% of the turn, with the final 10% being solid blue. The midpoint of the red to blue gradient change, however, is at the 20% mark rather than the 50% mark, as would have happened without the 80 grad or 20% color hint. That's what I pasted, only I used degree instead of percent. Let's see what this does. Yeah, we're trying to achieve this. Okay, so the solution uses percentage, and Bureau's solution uses degree, which is a little more readable. Thanks for that. Let's try to figure out what's happening. So it starts with red, then there is 90 degree, which I suppose is a color hint, then there is blue 0, 180. Yeah, it's exactly same as something like here. Why is this not exactly 90 degree? It seems like a slanted line. So it's getting tricky. I need to spend more time probably on the color hint stuff. Degree. So 80 grad probably translates to 20% somehow. Um, does anyone have an idea what grad means? Red till 3 o'clock. It starts red at 12 till 3 o'clock, then from 3 to 6 blue, then repeats. Yeah. So like if I were to do it in a more simple syntax, I would do something like red goes till 90 degree, and then it's blue, but it should be starting from 0, but this doesn't work. I guess that's the reason why this simple syntax is not used. So if I have a simple 1. This works, but not with the repeat one. Oh, did it work? Why didn't it work for the first time? Yeah, well, why didn't it work? Oh, it's called repeating. Okay. Ooh. So it's red starts from 0, goes till 90 degree. Okay. So I think because we haven't defined where red starts, the background image, as in the whole angle that the conic gradient covers, is assumed to be smaller than we expect in the case where it's repeating, because it somehow needs to know what is the background size, again, in terms of angles for this conic gradient, right? So what if we tell that red starts from 0 and goes till 90 degree, and then the blue is 0 to 180 degree. Yeah, now it starts to make sense. We need to explicitly say, tell the browser that red starts from 0 degree, goes till 90, and then the blue starts from 0 again, which is the hack to basically tell it, basically make it a hard stop. Starts from 0, goes till 180. So because we now define exactly the starting point and the ending point, um, it's able to understand that's the angle which we need to repeat. So 0 to 180 gets repeated 0 to 180 again. Okay, not exactly the syntax that we just figured, but I think it's on the same lines where we tell it that it starts with blue till 25% and then it's uh, green till 50%. Okay, cool. Uh, so yeah, that's what we get on the body. And then if if the same thing gets repeated on the HTML, right, we would um, have again something similar starting here itself, here probably, and it would probably get merged on the ends, right? So we can sort of see that. Uh, let me show you what I'm trying to say. I think probably that's correct, but let's verify. So this is what we have on the body, and on the HTML, if instead of white, we give that same gradient, but instead, um, instead of these colors, we give it a yellow. Let's give it something more drastic, different. And this, let's make it probably pink. Yeah. So now you can see on the HTML tag, it's the red to pink background. And if this pink were to become green, which we just changed, this green would get merged into this one, right? So let's make pink green, right? You see the green gets merged into green, and then the red can be the blue. So yeah, this is more clear now, right? So you see, body's green gets merged into HTML's green, and the body's blue gets merged into this thing, which creates sort of this structure. Um, and then with that offset, that particular 42Q offset, everything gets shifted, and so uh, this gets like this starts popping from the left, which is what we need as part of our target, right? So everything shifted by 42Q, and there you get this target. Crazy, man. This is crazy. How do you even like imagine this? So like when you see this for the first time, you see like um there's something in the center, there's two things on the left and right. But Henrik was able to visualize that the two rectangles or whatever the pattern on the left is actually the same as on the right, right, which gets repeated again because of the offset. That's crazy, man. Ah, awesome solution. I learned a bit about conic gradients and also like again the whole approach, the creative approach, repeating something, getting the rectangles made out of conic gradient, right? That's itself is a uh, crazy thing to do. Using angles to create those rectangular stuff, and then the whole idea of repeating the gradient and doing an offset to create the symmetrical structure. So crazy, amazing solution. Cool. I think we spent a lot of time on the conic gradient there. So that that we can stop the daily target right there. There's other solution as well, which is not exactly 97 characters, but uses cone gradient too. So I guess it's more or less just about the numbers using the margin and for the size and all that took three more characters probably. Yeah, it's all repeating conic gradient. Yeah, yeah, crazy solution, Enric. Thanks for that. Learned quite a bit. Okay, folks, it's versus battle time. Who wants to fight? Yeah, let me close this one. I'll just create a public room, and whoever wants to join, let's do a fight and also demo the new feature we have in versus. It's pretty fun. So if you go on the CSSBattle homepage, you should see um, the public room there, and feel free to join anyone who wants to do a quick versus battle. Let me just close this. By the way, thanks for the help, Seth. You helped quite a bit to debug the solution there. Let's do a 4-minute battle. Hey, Karthikeyan is in. Awesome. Let's do a 4-minute battle. Or let's make it 5. Let's try to get 100%. Time attack. Cool. Karthikeyan's ready, and I am ready as well. I also kept it longer, the battle, because I need time to showcase the new feature. All right, folks, are you ready
Three,
to see the
two,
new stuff?
one. Play.
Okay, what's the target? Oh, interesting. Okay, the new thing, just in time for the new versus feature. Hey, Cornelius, welcome to the stream. Okay, so the new thing, now you can hit the backtick on your keyboard to get this chat prompt. You see the chat prompt in the center, and then you can chat. Hello. And if you had played Age of Empire, that's something I tweeted also. If you have played Age of Empire, you might have seen similar kind of chat system. So there, just like in AoE, you don't have just chat messages. What you can do is put in a number, a taunt number, and then you can do
Hello.
all sort of taunt. Let me just reduce the background music so that you can hear it more clearly. and you can do.
Bye.
And there are fun taunts. So there is.
Submit now, please.
So let's say uh, you are at a good stage with your solution, just like I am with the background color, and I do a submit, and I should get a decent score with just the background. You see, I'm at 64% now, and Karthikeyan, wait, why did it reset to 0? Ouch, it's that same bug hitting me. Let's try to submit again. It happened with just one submit this time. Okay, now at 64. So yeah, I submitted. Karthikeyan has not submitted yet. So now I can taunt him
Submit now, please. Submit now, please.
until he submits. So Karthikeyan, please submit. He's trying to create the rectangles. As soon as you have something, Karthikeyan, do submit. And there's just 2 minutes, 26 seconds left. Okay, let's. So that's the feature, the fun feature I was talking about. Now you can chat inside versus. Um, I'll probably add it very soon on the uh, room page where you have the two opponents and you're waiting for someone to get ready. So you can chat there as well. That's coming really soon. But yeah, now it's here. Okay, Karthikeyan finally submitted. So the taunt worked actually, right? And let's say you let me um get to that case and then I'll demo. So let's do rectangles first. We have rectangles and we have circles. So the rectangle is around 80, I guess. The height is 100. I'm searching the chat bubble. I didn't get it. You can hit the backtick key and that gets you the chat input. I'm not sure what you mean by bubble. So the chats disappear. Chat disappear after 10 seconds. I hope you're seeing my chats. I mean, I hope the feature is working. I tried it just on my side. Okay, background of this color. This is too big. Okay, we need to make them display inline block. And then the circles have a border radius of 50% with a background color of yellow. Why didn't the circle show up? Yes, so it's working cool. The feature's working, folks. The circle. Okay, it's a draw. Fish, I actually forgot to show the other taunt. Let's do it in the next battle. Uh, we're on the same score. It's a draw. Yeah, it's actually a draw. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, who's next? I'll show the other two prompts. Okay, a battle created. You can go on the home page and join whoever wants to fight. I play nicely this time. I'll get 200%. Yeah, a chat here would have been fun. I'll add it soon. Please, both were submitted. Yeah, this time. Yeah. Khair Sopov. Hey, welcome. Let's fight. This is too long. Let's make it 5. Time attack, and I'm good to go. Okay. So you have tips here as well. It's just 2 tips right now.
3,
Probably add
2,
more.
1. Play.
Okay, what's the target? Give me a target. Oh, nice. How did this even get created from the algorithm? I don't remember how. Okay, let's do 100%. Let's try to get 100%. There's a background, and I think this can be a flex box, maybe. A flex box with a lot of rectangles. So let's do a container which is display flex, and then there are a lot of small rectangles. Wait 1 second. Yeah, all the divs need to be this color, and then there is let's do 3 rectangles. I'll put in linear gradient probably. This is R, let's call it R, and then there is a big rectangle, let's call it B, and then there is R again. Yeah. So R is I could join again if you keep the timer 5 minutes. Yeah, it would be 5 minutes. I won't go longer. Height, sorry, yeah, it's not color. 50 something, yeah, it's 50, I guess. Let's make the body. Whoa, Khair, you are too far ahead. Let's just taunt.
Submit now, please.
Oh, the other taunts.
Just 10 seconds left.
Oh, it's not 10 seconds. Okay, then. And then if you get to a 99.9% fun state, you have this taunt.
I'm at 99.9.
And it fun, folks. Ah, he's about to finish. Center. It didn't go in the center. What happened? I had this missing. Everything is gone now for some reason. I'll remove it. The big one, I'll do a summit as well. Thanks for reminding me.
Submit now, please.
This is a big one, so let's say 100 as well. Why is it showing like this? Width and height 100% for the B div is about to finish, guys. Linear gradient, which is, sorry. Woo. Nice, awesome. That was quick. 1 minute 30 seconds to go. Nice, Kyle. Fun match. Okay, Cornelius, if you want to join. I need to warm up before these matches next time. Okay, another public versus up. Anyone wants to join? Cornelius, if you want to, you're welcome. Oh, sorry, forgot to change the time. Let's make it 5. Hey, Cornelius is in. Get ready. Okay.
3,
Is there any
2,
option to reduce the audio?
1.
It was loud.
Play.
Okay, noted. I'll try to reduce that. Probably overall taunt. I assume you're talking about the taunts, right, Karthikeyan? Pop, pop, pop. We want some background. Let's do a submit. Then there are these rectangles. Let's do it on the tip itself. Oh, how do you have 93 so soon? I'm forgetting your Cornelius. Width 100 is fine. This is lesser. Can we have the rectangle as this color with some box shadow? That is minus 10 pixel, minus 10 pixel, no spreads, and then the dark blue color. This can be just 40/40. I think that's correct. Let's put in a margin. Okay. And if I increase it, no, I don't think it can be done with a box shadow. Can it be? Can it be? Yeah, no. It can be an inset shadow. Yeah. So that means we'll need this here and the lighter color as inset probably.
Just 10 seconds left.
I'm just scaring you, Cornelius. Let's make it small. 5 here, and this is now 100%. Let's make it 50. 5. This is Fortnite. Let's make it 0. This is with 0. 5, 10. No, we want it negative. And Y needs to be 2, 3. No. Can this inset shadow come from the bottom right corner? I think I messed up. It's 2 minutes left. Which approach should I go with? Okay, I'm gonna do the dirty thing. I'll make a pseudo element with body aspect ratio 1, some content, and let's make it absolute. It's bottom 0 and right 0. Let's make the div relative. Need some background there. Hey guys, suppose good battle. It's fun. We need this thing. Yes, we are close. This needs to be less. Yeah. Is it probably 20? No, it's 30. No, sorry. It's tried to position it correctly. Where do I have the margin? Margin. Where's the margin? Yeah, here's the margin. So top is a little bit lesser. 50. No. Yeah. This is 10, 20, 30, 40. Switch on diff. Okay, even the top is wrong. 89, 92, 93. Oh, that's weird number. This is 38, 37, 36, 35. Cool. And then the height needs to be a little more, 50, and this thing needs to be a little less. What a time and it was close. 95.5. I won, yeah, by 0.2%. I should have submitted at the end. I would have won. But nice. One target. Fun. Anyone wants to do one more? That was fun, but also struggling. Yeah, same here. I like the targets today, especially this one, the one with Kair. Why is it in my battle showing here? It takes time, yeah. The voice that says submit soon and all. The taunts, okay. Yeah, probably. I didn't get time to tweak the volume on those. By the way, like they are, except for the first two, the high and the buy, those are stock audios, but the other ones are generated by 11 Labs. The voice AI models there, you can actually choose the type of model according to like what kind of accent and the expression you need in the voice, and then you can I like created those nice tones. I like the 99.9% one. It's so disappointing voice. Tried shadows, but I found it hard to position them properly. Okay, there's 2 minutes to 11:30. I'll create a last room. I think I have just one credit left. If someone wants to join, this will be a quick one. Whoever gets more wins. 2 minute battle, quick one. Oh, you created a room. Did you create a public one? Yeah, I can join that. I'll actually leave this one since nobody has joined. Okay, I'm gonna join you. Oh, if it's empty. What happened? This room has been closed. What? Did you close? Were you like trying to join my room, which I close as well? Do you wanna open again, Kyle? Waiting for 5 seconds more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, this was a fun feature to build. Like the inspiration, of course, was like I tried to clone Age of Empires chat system, but the small details they were fun to implement. It was not that straightforward, I thought. Okay, uh, there should be a public room now by Kyle. I can't see one though. I don't see it. Did you make it public? It's fine if it's not public. You can share invite link in the chat on the YouTube chat. Why don't you see it? Probably not public. You can share an invite link. I can join from there. Or you can tell me your room code. Anything works. I have no idea if it's public really. It shows in the center of your room screen. But it's fine. You can share invite link. 308097. I should be in now, right? Do you want to keep it 15 minutes? We can do a short one. Probably 3 minutes should be okay. 15 would be too long, definitely. Let's keep it short. So I am just like I joined this room, so I can't change any settings here. But Kyle can because it's his room. He's the host. Why do you want to make it 3? Can't edit it. Oh, because I think you're ready. Maybe like click the ready button again, so you'll be unready, and then you can change. I'm not sure if that's the case, but yeah, try that. Oh, sorry, I can't edit. You are the owner, so you could. Yeah, now you can do it. Yeah, it was, I think, the ready button then. Cool, 3 is cool. Let's do it. I'm ready. Final versus battle for the day, folks. It's gonna be intense. Depends on the target, though. I hope it's not
3,
circles again.
2, 1. Play.
Okay, we are in.
Hello.
Yeah, fun target. Uh, set the backgrounds to this is a little more, one more, no, 140. My fingers are shaking because I lost last time to Kair. Is this correct? Let's make this display grid. Why does this not work? Place contents. It should be place contents, right? Center. Why doesn't the grid work? It's fine. I'll go with absolute. Okay, let's see. This should be a little more wide. I think that's 200. It should be 150. And if we make this 80, is it more? Yeah, it's less. 75. That's correct. And then we need two rectangles. Let's make them P. That is gonna win again, unless I do something very fast. Width is taunt
Just
time.
10 seconds left.
Submit now, please.
Width is I think 60. It's ouch, ouch, ouch. Is that 99? 27.
Just 10 seconds left.
It's more than. Yeah, that's correct. 200. It's not working. 14 seconds left. What did I do wrong? Left. No. Stop. I'm gonna submit. 5 seconds left. 240. This should be 99.8%. Nice. You won again. Good match. Yeah, you actually got it correct. Yeah, just minor corrections required, I guess. Yeah, you would have got 100%. But yeah, fun battle. Karthikeyan. Also, this gives me an idea. The one I got, I didn't get any idea on that. I couldn't get it to 100%. Yeah, very close though. Nice one. Good matches, folks. Thanks for playing. Thanks for dropping by on the stream. Good daily target as well. It was fun to reverse engineer that. Um, as I said, I'll be getting the chat on the room page also. Maybe on the countdown page as well, probably. I'll see about that. But yeah, definitely on the room page so the two opponents could chat. And yeah. Cool. That would be it for today's stream. Hope you all had fun in the daily target in the versus battles. If you have any features for the versus mode. There are a lot of ideas I have in mind to make it more fun, more engaging. But yeah, if you have any ideas, do comment it on the YouTube channel or YouTube video, or you can put it in the suggestions channel on our Discord server. Uh, do join the Discord server. It's a fun place to be if you're not there already. Yeah, let me know any suggestions for the streams that we do on Saturdays, every night on Saturdays. Let me know. Cool. I'll see you on the next stream next Saturday, same time, same channel. Do subscribe to the channel if you have not already, so that you get notified. I'll see you. Bye bye. Have fun.